wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning.
Wake up.
Morning to you.
Good morning to you on this Thursday, October 3rd. Morning, Barbados. Good to have you with us for another presentation. Wherever you are in the world, thanks so much for turning us on or tuning in. I'm Tisha Hines. I'll be here with you until 8 o'clock this morning. And boy, do we have a show planned for you today. Whatever your plans are, make sure, even if you're grabbing that cup of coffee and you have to run out, make sure you catch us because we have lots of interesting things to get through. It's Education Month, so a special good morning to all of the teachers all across Barbados at all levels, primary, secondary, tertiary, into Tech Voc as well. Of course, we don't take lightly what you do on a daily basis, so thank you so much. And for the students, make sure you get out and be good today. It's also Mental Health Awareness Month. So we mean to shed some light on mental health and wellness, and that's what we'll continue to do today and every day on Morning Barbados. Plus, this is the month that we look toward breast cancer awareness. So we want to make sure that you remember to get out and get your shirts to represent for Walk for the Cure, which is coming up this Sunday. So you literally have just a few days to be able to get through it. In honor of Education Month, Pontifications and Poetry is back, and CBC is a major partner for that. So we have some of the young people who won last time around. They're going to be here to share with them. We'll get to hear from them, both the junior and senior at the secondary level and the junior from the primary level, as well as the education officer, Gloria Haynes, who is charged with putting that competition together. Remember, it's still open for registration. That's up until October 4th, so make sure you get your entries in. All the children have to do is present a video that says how they feel about how education can be changed for the better. So make sure that you encourage them to get involved with that. We wanted to start this morning, though, telling you all about an initiative that's being put on by ECA. So we're pleased to have with us this morning Dr. Kimberly King and Alistair Green. They're going to be here coming up to tell us all about that. So listen out for that, because it's an initiative that really is meant for sensitizing the public about workshops, reiterating the importance of incorporating healthy lifestyle as well, and getting maybe that home garden going and other things like that. So we definitely want to work toward that. But right now, we're going to the next chapter, which is we want you to start back loving books all over again. So we're going to head online, not in studio as we often do, and welcome Arlene Walrond to Morning Barbados, the author of The 99-Year Curse, Coffee with Milk, and Inside Arlene's Head. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tisha. It's a pleasure being here, my first time with you, and I'm so grateful for you all for having me.
It's wonderful to have you here. I've had an opportunity to work, and I was intrigued, first of all, to find out what first piqued your interest in how do you be a writer?
Well, I'm not hearing you at the moment.
All right, we seem to be having a few technical challenges.
I'm hearing you now.
Okay.
Well, my first inclination to become a writer was way back when I was a little child, around 10. I read Louisa May Alcott's Little Woman. And if you know the story, she was a writer. She wrote to help her family. And that inspired me to become, as I said, when I grow up, that I want to be a writer. So it started from then.
How do you determine what you want to write? Because you write short stories. So is it a situation that you base it on life experiences? Is much of it fiction? How does it work with you?
Well, whatever comes into my head. I have another book called Inside Arlene's Head. Whatever comes into my head, that's what I write about. But I really like, humorous stories. So I try to inject some humor in everything that I write. I really enjoy writing, and I write in all genres. I just love writing, and that's how it is with me.
Now, you grew up in
just like
Trinidad. Tell
writing.
us a little bit about your upbringing and what maybe helped to get you to this place where you were so interested in writing.
Well, I come from a poor family, right? But the house was always filled with books. My mother, my grandmother, all my relatives liked to read. So the house was always filled with books. We borrowed some, we bought some, books made like a circle in our family. It went from one house to the next. So I was always surrounded by books, and I started reading at an early age. I met my kindergarten teacher some years ago, and she told me that well, I started school at 3, and she said I already knew how to read and write. And I was thinking the other day, the first book I actually read was Gulliver's Travel, an illustrated copy of Gulliver's Travel that belonged to my mother. That's the first book I remember reading, and that is before I turned 6. And after that, it was, in my memory, after that it was What Katie Did. And then from there, I just read all the classics like Charles Dickens, Robert Louis Stevenson, all those. And Shakespeare is my favorite author. I like everything by Shakespeare.
Books even shaped
So,
your career choice. I am told that you changed your path for life after you read Little Women.
yes, but I didn't start writing until let me see, my late teens to early 20s. Because, I thought, my dream was to start when I became an adult. But now children are writing from early age. I read the other day that an 8-year-old girl in Trinidad just published a book. So, but back then, you had to work, finish school, work and stuff like that. And then, well, when I thought it was right, I started to write, but nothing came of it. So I gave it up until I met my husband in 2001. When he heard that I like to write, he encouraged me to get back to it. And that's when I started writing seriously. And I started Coffee with Milk. I started that in 2001, I think. Yeah, I think it's around that time. But it went page by page. It wasn't, like an overnight thing. It took me a while because, we were working, and in my free time I would write. But then when I'm not working, well, I'm retired now, but back then when I wasn't working, that's when I would pick up my notebook, and I'm old school. I write in notebooks first and then put it on the computer. So it's been a journey.
All right, well, that's your process. So you find it easier to write in a notebook. Pretty interesting. Must be an even longer process than others who would, get on the computer and type how they're feeling.
Yes, because when I first started, one day I sat down at the computer for 8 hours and I typed in all of my and then by some error, everything just disappeared. So since then, I put everything in notebooks first before I put it on the computer, because that was really hard. You sat down there and you sit down there and you do all of this typing and then everything just disappears. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
So
I remember those
prefer-
early days where things tended to disappear from the computers. We don't see it at much these days. Let's go through the stories that you've written. You said that you started with Coffee with Milk, a love story. And then where did you go after that?
Well, I went to Inside Arlene's Head, which is a collection of short stories. And after, I didn't hear that.
Seems we're having some technical challenges there with
Yes,
Arlene. Can you still hear me?
yes, I'm hearing you now. Yes. So.
All right. What
Any-
came after Coffee with Milk?
After Inside Arlene's Head, I did the 99-year curse, which is this one, my latest. And this is about a young girl, a young slave girl in Martinique who was placed under a curse. And when the curse, the major part of the curse manifested itself when she turned 99. That's why it's called the 99-year curse. I don't want to give away the story. But when she turned 99, she found life in Martinique to be difficult, so she moved to Trinidad and lived out the rest of her life. So that's
All right. Where can we get your books, Arlene?
okay. They're available on Amazon in print. Amazon is the only online store that has it in print. I mean, it's available in ebooks on many other platforms like like Barnes and Noble, Kobo, Smashwords, a lot of other stores. I can't recall them all at once at this time.
All right. What are some of the reviews that you've had on the book? And do they align with what you wanted when you got it published, when you put it down on paper?
Well, yes, I've gotten a lot of good reviews, but face-to-face reviews. But one of the things I find is that a lot of people, they don't like to do the reviews online. I think that the greatest respect a person can give to a writer is to review their book, publicly. So it will get more attention and more reach. And also it's a satisfying feeling to see a review online, But I've gotten a lot of face-to-face, people I know that read the book and like it. They all tell me it's good.
All right. Well, congratulations on all of your pieces, and certainly this last one, which is the 99-year curse. Now you have me even more intrigued to be able to pick that one up and read the story. So thank you so much, Arlene Walrond. Before you go, what's the weather like in Trinidad today?
Oh, well, the past few months it's been hot every day. Even when rain falls, it's hot, hot, hot.
Well, I guess we're closer than we think, because same here, Barbados.
I'll tell you a little secret. Not many people know this, but my grandfather, whose name I carry, was born in Barbados.
Yeah, why is that a
I'm married,
secret,
but I haven't
Arlene?
changed so much. What's that?
Why is it a secret?
It's not something that I share with, I haven't shared it with the world, so this is the first time I'm revealing that. But as it's, you're in Barbados and,
You're there.
well,
All right. Well, thank you for coming in and sharing with us. It's been a pleasure having you on, and we most certainly hope that our Barbadian audiences will head out and look for your name and grab those books. Arlene Walrond is the name you're looking for. The 99-Year Curse is her latest book, so make sure you pick that up. Thank you so much, Arlene. Have a great day today.
thank you much for having me.
All right. So joining us from Trinidad, author Arlene Walrond, picking up today's next chapter. Stay with us. Morning with Barbados. We'll be right back. It's 25 minutes after 6.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why? I need.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So the time has quickly moved on to just about 28 minutes after 6 o'clock. Every time I say the time, I have to look again. I don't know where the clock is over there. The studio has changed over time because usually the clock is supposed to be straight ahead. But if you see me checking my phone, it's like, yeah, time. Or over there. It's weird. I know, whatever. You understand. I'm trying to keep you in step with what's happening so you can get through the door. The time can get away from us sometimes, particularly when it's raining, like it is this morning. Some drizzles outside. Maybe it's going away soon. So we told you all about ICA and an initiative that they have coming up. Joining us to talk about it, Alistair Glean is no longer joining us, but we have Damien Hines, who's Program Officer with the ICA delegation in Barbados. Good morning, Damien, and as I said, welcome back after a long time, because last time you were here, I wasn't here, so it doesn't count.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. It's good to see you again.
It's good to have you back as well. And joining us is Dr. Kimberly King, who's Medical Director and co-founder of Longevity Clinic.
Yes.
Welcome to Morning Barbados. Great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
And I look forward to the discussion about Longevity Clinic and all that you'll be offering. But I'll start with you, Damien, to tell us a little bit about first of all, ICA and the work that you do here. Sometimes we assume that people know, but we have to welcome new people into the fold all of the time.
Sure.
So set the table by telling us about the work ICA does here in Barbados, across the Caribbean and Latin America.
Okay, well, first of all, good morning, viewers, morning, listeners. We are the specialized agency in the OAS system focusing on agricultural development in the region. So we have offices in most of the countries within this hemisphere, Barbados included. And we work primarily with the Ministries of Agriculture in trying to develop the programs, what they want to do on the ground in terms of predominantly in the area of food security. And this is one of the reasons why we're here this morning to talk more about initiatives very much at the community level where we're looking to improve household food security. We also work in areas of agricultural health to look to improve trade. We look at areas of specifically women and youth and how they can become more involved and participated within the agricultural sector. But we are here predominantly to look at rural development and where agriculture fits within the landscape of rural development, recognizing we have particular challenges with climate change and the opportunities that this has provided for the agricultural sector in terms of transforming it to being more resilient with the passing of storms, earthquakes, hurricanes, and so on and so forth. So we tackle a lot of different areas, but all within trying to put the best space, create the best space for agricultural development in the region.
How has your drive changed in terms of your vision for the agricultural sector in the Caribbean, specifically in relation to the 25 by 25 initiative, which is to reduce the food import bill by 25% by 2025?
Yeah, well, again, given the fact that we take our mandate from the governments, our focus has been more on supporting this initiative that you speak about, trying to reduce food import bill. But to do that, we obviously have to increase production. We have to bring best practices to the sector as we speak about reducing barriers to SPS, SPS barriers to trade. We have to look at promoting our foods and getting people more excited about things that we have on offer and trying to market these and give them the best chance of reaching the consumer.
And of course, part of that means building capacity as well, and working with people on the ground who are working in line with that, which is where you come in, Dr. King, with your longevity clinic.
Yes.
So, you know, based on what you've told me, this ties very well into everything that you do at the clinic.
Definitely. So that's why we have decided at Longevity Clinic to come together and join forces with ICA to help with the health aspect of things. Of course, I am a lifestyle medicine practitioner, so what that means is that we try to help people with behavioral change around 6 key areas, which are activity, of course, nutrition, those are head ones that people usually think about, but also sleep, your relationships, stress management, and if you have any addictive qualities, you might be addicted to toxic people, but you can be addicted to toxic substances like alcohol and smoking. And so we help people in that area. So we have created a number of programs that help groups and individuals to overcome these things. Where we partner with ICA is on the area of nutrition. And of course, there was a Health of the Nation study done back in 2015 that reported that about 90% of Barbadians do not get enough fruits and vegetables in their diet. And that's alarming because that's one of the head modifiable risk factors for developing NCDs. We know that currently we are in an NCD crisis where the vast majority of our population are plagued by NCDs. What are NCDs, if you don't know? Those are non-communicable diseases, so things like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, which leads to heart attacks and strokes, cancer. These conditions are high on the list of problems for our community, and so getting enough fruits and vegetables are key to helping reverse that. So that's why we're partnering with ICA to build a number of workshops and initiatives that marry the understanding that what you put in your mouth, especially since we're trying to promote local consumption of fruits and vegetables, like you just said, and 25 by 25, but also 25 by 25, the UN is trying to reduce NCD deaths by 25% by 2025. So we marry on so many different ways, and I think that us coming together to put on workshops to help people understand how to incorporate more vegetables into their diets, how they grow the vegetables in the first place, is going to be very important moving forward. So I'm so excited about our initiatives.
I can absolutely tell. Let's delve into that side of it then.
Sure.
The shape that the workshops will take, how people can get involved.
Well, Right now, our lines are open, basically, right? So we have, and this is something that we have started a few years back. We would have worked with the deaf heart community at the Irving Wilson School with persons with disabilities, and so we would have worked with the Haynesville community, setting up gardens there. We would have worked with the, this is talking way back now, we would have worked with the Roman Catholic Church there in St. Patrick's, where we set up a model greenhouse for reproduction of fruits and vegetables, because we recognize that is where the challenge is, right? Low consumption of fruits and vegetables, and well, coupled with the high consumption of fats and oils and sugars and so on. So we recognize there is need for a balance. We recognize that the cost of fruits and vegetables are expensive, and this is worldwide. So initiatives like these help to bring the fruits and vegetables to your doorstep, literally, or your windowsill or your rooftop. So as I said, our doors are open. We reached out to the constituencies, the MPs in the various constituencies, to get their buy-in, because we recognize that with 30 of them, that is a good start for getting into the community, and with them being able to identify the more vulnerable among their constituents. We thought that was the approach that we took. But we are, as I said, we are open. We did receive quite a few calls from interest groups, whether it be health related, youth groups and so on, that are interested in the program. So as I said, our lines are open. We are putting on, at this point, pretty much around the 12-hour training, looking at 4 days. We want to work with people who have little time, because they might actually be working, whether part-time, full-time, have family commitments and so on. So we are aiming for like Sunday evenings after work, 5 to 8, that kind of time, so that we could get the best participation possible.
That's truly excellent. And as somebody who is an expert in behavior change and working in this area, how do you see this level of community engagement tying into the ultimate goals of first 20 by 25 and then more long-term goals?
Yes. So this type of engagement is key, because practical hands-on engagement helps to cement the importance of things. So partnering with an initiative like a gardening workshop, I think we have something going on this evening actually that I have to give a presentation on, about the health related to eating more fruits and vegetables. And so moving forward, beyond the gardening workshops that they are currently putting on, that we're a part of, moving into the new year, we're also going to try to enlist the maybe chefs and start cooking workshops, so that not only do you understand how to grow your fruits and vegetables, you know how to understand how to incorporate it into your daily life. Because I think that's where the mix matches. People might grow the vegetables, but are you eating them? Are we reduce the import bill and there are lots of vegetables here, but do the children feel like eating cucumbers and tomatoes? Do they feel like eating
How are we
the
preparing
herbs?
them?
So this is why we're putting on the
Yes,
workshops. We're going to get the community involved in incorporating these things into your foods, into your daily life, so it becomes normalized to have fruits and vegetables. I think it's a travesty to say that 90% of Barbadians do not eat enough fruits and vegetables. So moving into the new year, on top of the initiatives that are currently going on, we're going to be putting on those kind of workshops. So we help people to incorporate those healthy fruits and vegetables and herbs into their daily lifestyle, so that we can, at least at that point, stem the tide of NCDs. But of course, at my clinic, we go beyond that, because this is a holistic approach. And of course, nutrition is a big part of that, but managing your stress also is important. That gardening is actually stress management, so it might come in to play there as well. And your relationships with your family, if you have a strong social structure, I think the workshops will come in there. Building communities. Community is also a part of helping people to overcome NCDs. So it's the lifestyle here in Barbados that we really need to impact. All of these elements need to come together, because all of these elements come together to form a perfect storm that causes us to have NCDs in the first place. And so that's where ECA comes together with the longevity clinic to really help people address lifestyle.
Yeah, that's really, really important. And I was thinking of a number of things while you were sharing, because this is also Mental Health Awareness Month, as I mentioned. And you talked about how much gardening can be a stress reliever as well. So, you know, very interesting. Of course, Damien, you said you're looking to go to kind of meet people where they are. So after work, in the evenings, where they have a little extra time maybe. So that can all tie into that ultimate goal as well.
Yeah, and as Dr. King said, it's very hands-on. So we are, from day one, you're going to be practicing how to identify the best seedlings, how to transplant seedlings, how to care for the crops and so on as they grow, how to mulch, how to do composting. You know, we're going to be very hands-on and very, very interactive.
I know that you've probably done many, many studies throughout the years, but I'm interested in hearing why people are saying, or, you know, what the responses have been on why people aren't eating more vegetables. 90% sounds like a really big number to me.
Really
I mean, when I think about it. So is it that there's no access? People feel like, you know, there's inaccessibility based on cost, or, you know, what's happening in that area?
Yeah. Well, you talk about lots of research. One of the things we found is marketing. Cost is a factor, yes, but we found out for every dollar that is spent marketing meat products, only 10 cents is spent marketing fruits and vegetables. So there is a huge disparity in the push towards what we're being forced to consume, what we are being taught to consume. So I think we need to change the marketing push around fruits and vegetables again, with initiatives like the home gardening to reduce the cost. At the same time, could look to reverse that particular trend.
All right, and what advice would you give generally for parents, maybe, since, you know, this is your area in working on behavior change, to get little ones a little more engaged and interested in fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, I think it really comes home to cooking and incorporating it into your daily meals. Make it interesting. I mean, we are in the internet age. There's a wealth of information on novel and exciting ways to incorporate fruits and vegetables into food that makes it taste good, and it doesn't have to be these bland, blanched vegetables and this Debbie Downer about how you incorporate these things into your diet. Make it exciting. Go and find recipes that you like. At the Longevity Clinic, we are going to be helping persons specifically, like I said, in all those areas that I would have outlined, and helping them to understand that real foods is important. Real food, not processed, highly sugared, highly salted food, but food that comes off of trees, that come out the ground, need to be incorporated into our diets. So I would encourage people not only to seek novel ways to incorporate them into their recipes. So for instance, if you're making a lasagna, I'm a vegan, I'm a plant-based person, but anyways, you might be making lasagna and you could grate your beets in there, and it's the same kind of color. The children might not recognize that there are beets in there because it tastes good and it's well incorporated into what you're doing. So find ways to just put them in. You're laughing at the beets, Tisha.
No. Listen, you see these guys in the back? They're horrible. So listen, they're in my ear. He's back there saying, this is a disclaimer. That's not lasagna with beets.
You see, this is the mindset that we're trying to fight against.
Forward. I am selling him out. The director in the back saying that in my ear.
That is the mindset we have to fight against, because it is critical to health. Yeah. I'm telling you, so we have childhood obesity on the rise. 1 in 3 children are overweight or obese. Right now in Barbados, don't misquote me, but I think the same Health of the Nation study, up to 67 or 70% of our women are overweight, and 70% of people are in activity. There is a huge problem here with our lifestyles, and so if we don't change our mindsets, and that's what we do, key things at the Longevity Clinic is our programs start with mindset. So we have to change the way we think about things. We have to change the way we think about health and prioritize getting your activity, prioritize incorporating these vegetables. I would also encourage, do a quick little plug, I would encourage people to visit our website, thelongevityclinic.co. We've created something called the Longevity Score that I would encourage Bajans to check out. So what it does, it is a score.
So, at this point, the channel I could recommend is to give our office a call. You could call your MP because we have, as I said, alerted them about the program.
And you're
so
doing it in Little Tomato, and that was it. But that was our Sunday food.
Right.
So he said he really hasn't been able to move past that because he thinks salad is a Sunday thing. So there's some cultural things that we have to work through as well. For sure. But it's wonderful to have both of you here. And we'd encourage everybody to call.
ECA 271-9210-11 or 12. That's the number to get us at.
Absolutely. And I must say, when you call, you get through easily. They're very pleasant, and they're going to make sure that everything happens. We're going to have Dr. Kimberly King back to tell us more about this behavior change and how we can change our mindsets. Ruel, in the back.
Yes, especially him.
All right. Thank you both for coming in.
Sure.
Always informative.
Yeah.
All right. Time for another break here on Morning Barbados. It's 12 minutes to 7 o'clock. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
While you go about your business, we
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Pontifications and Poetry, a speech and poetry showcase for students in celebration of Education Month 2024. Amazing prizes to be won for first, second, and third place, including laptops, cash, and more. Prepare original speeches and poems on any aspect or issue relating to the theme, Transforming Education, Making a Way for All. Speeches and poems may be humorous, informative, persuasive, narrative, descriptive, or a combination of any, and must have a title and may be delivered with or without a script. To register, visit mes.gov.bb and scroll to What's Happening. Then click the Pontifications and Poetry link. Registration ends Friday, October 4th, 2024. The poetry contest is open to all public and private schools for children ages 9 to 11 years old. Submit your video of an original poem no longer than 1 minute to enter. For Pontifications, a video of a prepared speech no longer than 1 minute is open to secondary-aged junior students 11 to 14 years and seniors ages 15 to 18. Submit videos of your poems and speeches via email to brightfuture@school.edu.bb by Sunday, October 6, 2024. Write and speak your way to the finals on November 7th and 8th and win great prizes. Pontifications and Poetry is presented by Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training in collaboration with CBC and Starcom Network Inc., ICBL, DE Computers, Amar Empowerment Network, Barbados Olympic Association, and many others.
And of course, it's time. Once again, the deadlines are growing near. We wanted to have some of the winners from last season in with us. And we're also joined by Gloria Haynes, who is the education officer with responsibility for putting on Pontifications and Poetry. So congratulations on wonderful work before. And we look forward to lots of work again.
Definitely.
As a major partner in this time around for this next season of Pontifications and Poetry. Let me welcome the winners to Morning Barbados. Atiba Seeley Thompson, of course, is the senior winner. And he represented for Harrison College last time around. So congrats and welcome, Atiba.
Thank you.
Also here we have Xavier Went, who was the poetry winner. He represented at that time for St. Lawrence Primary. Now he's at SMS, Class 1A5. So good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
All right. And she was a junior girl then. She's a senior girl now. So she won in the junior area. Liana Graham, representing for the St. Michael's School as well. Again, congratulations. Thank you. And of course, welcome. So Gloria, let's talk about moving into this new season. We're nearing some deadlines.
Yes, we are now on the cusp of our deadline for the registration, and that will be on Friday, October 4th at 11:59 p.m. And then the video upload will be on October the 6th, Sunday, October 6th at 11:59. But as I kept telling people, we're not going to shut down on you. So on October the 4th, 11:59.
Which is tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow, that's true. We're not going to shut down on you. You still have the opportunity to register all the way up to October 6th, but we want you to register because we need to know who will be in the competition.
So at least if you register by tomorrow, you have until Sunday to do the upload.
Yes, you have
so
until,
that's a good game plan.
Definitely.
In terms of the entry, you know, what are we working on in each category? So everybody's completely clear.
Okay, so we, in each category, remember we're looking at a 1-minute video. Even though the theme is transforming education, making a way for all, the entrants have an opportunity to speak on other things: inclusive education, literacy. And remember we said that we have digital literacy, we have financial literacy, any literacy. And we can look at mental health, we can talk about sports, and as we said already, the Barbados Olympic Association, they'll be offering prizes in the sports category. So your video, when you put your video up, you're already a winner when you enter in the sports category. So that's a 1-minute video, poetry and the speech. So we just want you to recognize that video has to be of a certain quality, because we're using those videos, the finalists, the 15 finalists for poetry and the 10 finalists for in the junior and senior, 5 junior, 5 senior. You will be going forward for our People's Pick Award, and that will be sponsored by Signia Globe.
All right, beautiful stuff. Now, Xavier, you were the winner in the poetry competition, and you won for St. Lawrence School. Again, congratulations to you and your primary school. You mentioned to me back then that you were told by your teacher to enter, and that's how things got going. But for you, what was the experience like competing in Pontifications and poetry?
Well, we didn't really want to join in at first. The practice was really long and arduous when we were trying to get ready. It took a long time for us to get comfortable on stage. When we were taking the video, it took a lot of time. And we had taken a Saturday to do it, but we did it in the classroom. That's why it was in the classroom. Which it felt better because it was about school, so it would be in the classroom. That's why.
What about your piece? Talk to me about that, because your piece talked about precisely what the entire initiative is about, transforming education. And I think that's why it resonated so well with the judges, because you talked about learning in a different way, and the classroom not necessarily fitting or not necessarily fitting the mold of what a traditional student would be.
Well, I found the piece to be interesting. When we were doing it, they added singing because it was in the choir, and usually it's just the same concepts. There's nothing new, and we hardly get to do anything else in class besides the basic subjects. So it would be good if we could do something different every now and then.
Absolutely, good stuff. You did a fantastic job, and I'm really happy that you won. I think that you were definitely, you know, top of the class on that occasion, just like you, Atiba Seeley Thompson. Good morning, Tony Thompson, by the way, because I know, I know my colleague is watching. I'm very, very proud of his grandson. So talk to me about your piece, because your piece was one of the pieces that was delivered without script. And delivered very beautifully, again, on theme, in a perfect way. So what initially piqued your interest, and what was your experience with the competition?
I think when I initially saw or heard, because I was just going to school and I heard it on the radio, and when I heard A Brighter Future for Every Child, the first question I asked myself is, what is a bright future? And that led to a successful future. But then I had to ask myself, what is success? And that is the name of the piece. And it was talking about how basically we all have a childhood dream. A lot of the times we don't follow it because we play it safe and say, I need a job that can make me money and I can be financially safe and secure. instead of following that dream and taking the risk. And sometimes it doesn't make us as happy if we play it safe. So that was all. The question was, is it more successful to be financially secure or to be happy doing what you love?
All right, and you certainly answered that question for us. With your piece, the presentation, everything tied together nicely. The experience with the competition, though, I know behind the scenes, I was working as the TV producer, so I was in that mode on that occasion. But I think you guys generally had a good time as well.
Of course.
Yeah?
It was a great time.
And for you, Liana, your piece was exceptional, if I could call it that, talking about, but those trophies in front of you tell a different tale. So congratulations to the three of you on the fantastic work. And they came out today to show off people. See the here with the laptops and things showing off. Part of the winnings, of course. So let's talk a bit about that. You know, there are some fantastic prizes and partners on board again this year, joining CBC and STARCOM and the Ministry of Education to be able to deliver to the young ones who participate this time around.
So let me ensure I mention our partners, and then I will let you know some of the prizes. Of course, there are similar prizes, and we want to shout out ICBL, and Amara Empowerment Network, Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, DE Computers Unlimited, Courts Unicomer Limited, DC Office People, The Big Car Sale, Barbados Olympic Association Inc., National Task Force on Literacy Education, Hilton Barbados Resort, Students Revolving Loan Fund, STARCOM, of course, CBC, SACAL Event Planners. We have Sunbay Hotel on board, CIBC, Jordan Supermarket, and the list is growing. And I want to share with you some of the prizes. We have cash prizes. Actually, the first prize, listen to this, children.
We're not going to tell you right now. Okay, drum roll here, but we're going to pause for a cause.
No problem.
There Peter goes with the drum roll. I got your bestie, boy. And when we come back, we're going to let you know why you have to make that little one in your life enter, or you yourself have to enter. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Doesn't sound so bad, does it? We as students wear our uniforms with pride, but are our futures truly bright with uniforms as they are now? Or are they keeping us confined to boxes of discomfort and dullness? I know what you're saying. They're just clothes. I'd argue you're wrong. Not only are uniforms uncomfortable, but they encourage a lack of expression in students, as well as stymieing their social interaction.
Yes? Or is it bright? I mean, I really love to sing, but that's not quite my school's thing. We do a lot of mathematics, grammar, and comprehension too. While I don't mind at times, it is not what I want to do. Most days, I spend hours looking at words that I don't understand, when all I'm really thinking about is singing in a band. The rhythms and beats are flowing through my head. All along, my teacher is speaking, and I did not hear anything she said. So now she will ask a question, looking to me for an answer, and I cannot give one.
Some people think that I am dumb and sometimes call me lazy, but that is so...
That success is the self-accomplishment that stems from knowing that you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming. Now that we know what success is, let me tell you a story about myself. Ever since I was little, I've been asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I will always remember being 4 or 5 years old and telling my mom, I want to be something fun, like a professional skydiver. I guess you could say I was reaching for the sky. But now, if you were to ask me the same question, I would say something successful, something that's seen as successful, like
a professional skydiver. Yeah, it was good to see you guys kind of looking back at yourselves. Initially, yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, but then we got a smile.
Yes.
As we did from you and Atiba. What was it like looking back on that, Liana?
Felt a bit weird. I mean, when I'm speaking, I feel like I'm a completely different person. So looking at it, I felt like I wasn't looking at myself. I was looking at like somewhat of a well-crafted character that I want to present to people more.
All right, that's beautiful. And of course, Pontifications and poetry helped you get a little closer to that. It was a fantastic presentation. Xavier was reciting the words word for word. You haven't forgotten anything.
I forgot some, but I remember the majority of it, which is surprising.
It just came right back as soon as you saw it. And of course, you were doing the same, Atiba, so I know it's fresh in your mind as well.
Of course, it was a different piece from what I usually do. In terms of, it was kind of a personal message, so it was I remember it because I remember writing each individual word and saying, this is what I want to say. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. All right, before we went to break, you were about to announce some prizes.
Yes.
So let's get back to that.
I want to share with you that we said we were going to give you some cash prizes, and each winner, the primary school poetry winner, secondary junior, secondary senior, will receive $1,000 cash.
You know how many things we could buy with
$1,000.
Whoever wins, you have to share it with us.
Yes, and I want to acknowledge ICBL, that's the senior prize. CIBC will be offering the $1,000 for the secondary junior, and the cash prize for the primary school will be offered by Jordan Supermarket. Along with that, you are getting a laptop bag with a case, and actually Signia Globe will be giving the primary school a bundle, a school bundle, so you have more than a laptop. You're going to have headphones and flash drive. It's a whole bundle. We have the big car sale offering a laptop with bag for the secondary junior speech. And I want to say that the secondary senior prizes, those were locked down by ICBL, so that's all ICBL. We want to acknowledge Amar Empowerment. They've given you all of your trophies. And Hilton Barbados, you're having a day pass, you're having gift baskets, you're having the winning schools. Each school will receive a laptop and printer, okay? The second prize winners will receive 10-inch tablets from DE Computers, cash prizes of $750 from Student Revolving Loan Fund, and trophies, of course. Third prize for only the primary school will receive $500 and a 10-inch tablet with a case from DC Office People. And I mean, there are prizes. You know what it is to have $1,000 in your hand. I would like that money. I would like to participate now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, what would you say to somebody, Atiba, who might be a little apprehensive and thinking, I'm not sure if I want to enter? Outside of the prizes, talk to us about what public speaking and being able to express yourself in this way does for you.
I think, as Liana said earlier, it kind of gives you a sense of freedom and allows you to see a better version of yourself or the person that you want to present to people. It gives you a sense of when you're able to influence people and give your opinion and have people actually listen to you or kind of force them to listen because it's a competition. They have to judge it, so they don't have a choice to listen. But to have that power and to say, okay, this is what I've always wanted to say in front of all these ministry officials and people in power and thousands of Barbadians watching, it gives you a sense of confidence and you feel heard, and it's better not just for the prize, it's just to do it for yourself. And if you really like to talk, because not people like to talk, but if you have something to say, this is the place to say it.
Yeah, I really love your personality. I really, really do. What about you, Zavi?
It should help with your public speaking. I mean, because after the competition, it helped a little bit more when I'm talking to people. I guess it faded off after a while because when we started school, I didn't really talk to anyone on the first day. Didn't say anything, just sat down by myself. I spoke to the person behind me, but I didn't speak to anyone. Then the second day, I got to talk to them more, learned a little bit about them. Then on Friday, we were having a lot of fun, talking a lot, and I learned something about them. I still couldn't remember everyone's name though.
All right, that's good stuff. Don't worry. I give you another week, and after the other, you're going to know everybody's name. People who are in and out of your class throughout the whole year group, in other year groups. Don't worry about it. I know how it is moving from a little school like St. Lawrence to a much bigger school like SMS. Right, Liana? Good advice for a younger one in terms of getting to know people. For people who might be, a little reserved like you are, but want to, explore different ways of expressing themselves, what piece of advice would you give?
I would say just do it. Don't let the fear of people seeing you cloud your judgment. The only real fear you should have is not doing it in itself.
All right, good stuff. I want to thank all of you guys. Congratulations. And a special shout out to everybody who competed last time around. I mean, we were thoroughly impressed with everyone. And usually people say, and it's cliche, oh my goodness, we don't know who's going to win and this and that. But they were all exceptional. And I think that's what made such a major difference. So all that's left for you to say is enter. Enter.
We are looking for you. The judges are ready. The coaches are ready. The money is ready. The sponsors are on board. You have a few more hours to register and upload. So, I mean, it's 1 minute. You can speak. You can write your poem in a few seconds and still be able to.
Stop before we go. Do you have to go through the school, or can parents enter their children?
I will encourage parents to enter the children and let the school, the teacher know. Find a teacher and let them know I've entered my child. But remember, we will have coaches on board, so feel free, parents. If you can't find a teacher, enter your child.
And this just has to be the first part of the presentation. Remember, it's a 1 minute video for the upload, but the actual presentation later will be longer. So those coaches will help the children along as they develop their ideas, their poetry, their presentations for that final presentation once they make it to the finals. Thank you all for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day at school today.
It was a pleasure.
Have a good day back at work. The vacation is over. Back to work for you. Gloria.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Great to see you. All right. Time for another break here on Morning Barbados. But stay with us. We have lots more coming up.
Pontifications and Poetry, a speech and poetry showcase for students in celebration of Education Month 2024. Amazing prizes to be won for first, second, and third place, including laptops, cash, and more. Prepare original speeches and poems on any aspect or issue relating to the theme, Transforming Education, Making a Way for All. Speeches and poems may be humorous, informative, persuasive, narrative, descriptive, or a combination combination of any and must have a title and may be delivered with or without a script. To register, visit mes.gov.bb and scroll to What's Happening. Then click the Pontifications and Poetry link. Registration ends Friday, October 4th, 2024. The poetry contest is open to all public and private schools for children ages 9 to 11 years old. Submit your video of an original poem no longer than 1 minute to enter. For Pontifications, a video of a prepared speech no longer than 1 minute is open to secondary-aged junior students 11 to 14 years and seniors ages 15 to 18. Submit videos of your poems and speeches via email to brightfuture@school.edu.bb by Sunday, October 6, 2024. Write and speak your way to the finals on November 7th and 8th and win great prizes. Pontifications and Poetry is presented by Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training in collaboration with CBC and Starcom Network Inc., ICBL, DE Computers, Amar Empowerment Network, Barbados Olympic Association, and many others.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So it's 7:20. Welcome back to Morning Barbados. It's time for us to tell you all about a big event. It's called the Mega Book Launch, and we have a few people to tell us a little bit about it. Robert Gibson is founder of Passionate Words Editing Services. Wonderful to see you after so many years. I think it's been close to 10 years since I've last seen you. Last time you were here in the CBC studios, it was to be on the mix, talking about a book that you've written.
Yes.
So great to have you here with us. Teresa Patterson is an author, and she joined us this morning, as well as Reverend Buddy Laria, who's also an author and will be a part of this mega book launch that I thought was actually called Free. So I know for you, Robert, in November, your company, Passionate Words Editing Services, is going to be hosting this event, and it's meant to be a give back of sorts and to support local authors. So tell us more about the initiative.
Right, we started by giving back to our authors in I think it was the beginning of July. So we did an author day, right? I've been in business now for about 4 years. And so I wanted to give back to all the authors that passed through our doors, so to speak. And so we had an author day and just gave back. We did a lot of things. But we wanted to push that give back idea to November. Because November, obviously, we're thinking about independence, and we want to push literacy and helping people to I love reading. That's how I started my company, and I wanted to give back and invite people into a space where they could get into books and stuff like that. Therefore, the Mega Book Launch is firstly a showcase, a book launch of these are our featured authors. And so they're having their books are going to be ready for launch at the event, and then after that we're gonna have a showcase of other authors, some who've passed through as Passionate Words authors, and we're trying to get a couple international authors as well. And basically, it's a family event. You come, you bring your family, you and engage with books.
Engage and enjoy books. So tell us, Teresa, about your love and passion for books and about this major book that we will see launched at this event?
Certainly. Well, first I'm going to be writing under the pen name of Genevieve Arisen. And the book is called Cioda 1359. It is loosely based on the history of Barbados, but it is set in an intergalactic world. It's based on Reverend Laria's story of his sister, whose name was Beryl, and the juxtapositioning and the similarity of Hurricane Beryl. But I've turned it into a fantasy, sci-fi, and history. So nothing about the book will look like history, but everything about the book will remind you of Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica.
All right, definitely interesting. I'm definitely intrigued already.
Thank you.
And for you, Reverend Laria, we're very familiar with your story. You were here just a few weeks ago telling us about your own personal experience with Hurricane Beryl. That, you know, back in, 69 years ago this year, wreaked havoc here in Barbados. And you recall how it decimated the Oistins area where you were at that time, so you're working toward that. You yourself, you're an author as well, so talk to me about what you feel this will do for you on a personal level.
Well, thank you once again for having me. And I must say that both Robert, who I met, I was searching for someone to work with, not just to edit my book, but someone to work with. And he popped up unexpectedly. And since then, he have now edited 5 of my books.
Well, that's excellent.
Including this last one. There are 6 books that is on Amazon, and he have edited 5 of them, not the first one. And also, Teresa, I met Teresa, I think it was May or June, and as we talked, and I must say she said to me, look, I want to talk to you because I listened to interview that you gave with Minister Lane, yes, and from that story, I need to talk to you. And after that conversation, we have formed an alliance. So she said to me, after I explained certain things to her, she said to me, I must tell your story. And I said, why? She said, because of that interview that you gave. It's a good story, and the people of Barbados need to know it. And that is why it's important that we get together to help Barbados, and in particular, the youth. And I see you just had some youth on the program that is telling the story. Barbados is unfolding before our very eyes, and to have professionals like yourself, and thanks to Steve, to CBC, to giving us the opportunity to launch this mega event in November, just a week before independence, or let's say the Republic commemoration, is very important. And I think all young people, in light of what is happening in Barbados, all young Barbadians need to be inspired to tell their story, or tell the story of their parents. You know, help the parents tell the story.
Even if this doesn't inspire them to tell their stories, it certainly should inspire them to get out and hear more authentically Barbadian stories, even if they're based in space.
Yeah.
How about that? So, you know, I can see how you kind of repurpose the stories to target different audiences. It's just going to be exciting. Robert, who are some of the other authors that will be featured at this mega book launch?
Well, they're the two featured authors, but we have Mario holder who is he holds a book table. So the idea is that they're featuring because they're passionate words authors, passionate words clients, but also some people have come on board and they have a table. So like how you would go to a normal book fair and you get a table and you can push your own books. So Mario Holder is one of the people who does, and Natalie, what's Natalie's last name? Barrow, I think. Yeah. But yeah, so she has a wonderful book about being a superhero. She took all the national heroes in Barbados and has a children's book about it. Mario's book is more about his he had an accident at 17, but it's how he he walks with a stick and stuff now, but at the end of he was paralyzed from the neck down, and this is a story of triumph. So those are some of the other people that are going to be involved. We're looking to have Emma Anais as well, and her book Penny Explores Barbados. We want to have her as a guest. So literally the idea is you come, you bring your family, spread out, and I want to talk about what we call a book basket. The event is free, but if you pay for your book basket, you get a chance to take up any 4 to 6 books. Basically, it's like you pre-order the books with the ticket, and you can go and you can find Buddy's book, you can find Teresa's book, you can find Mario's book. You can pick up one of each one, and you also are allowed with that ticket to get a small Bajan Bites box, because we're looking to include, this is all about independence too. So small little Bajan Bites box with things that I am a part of the team that didn't really cooking, but I know I thinking a little conky, things Bajan that gonna be in that box. So a little something to eat, get some food, and we got entertainment. All those things coming at the Mega Book launch. All right, that sounds really, really exciting, and I love the bundles as well. What are you looking forward to most?
I am looking forward to sharing the idea of CIODA 1359 and sharing the passion of why writing and history and reading are so important, not just for our story, but it can open up many worlds. CIODA 1359 can be relaunched as a major Marvel movie. It can incite Avatar. If more persons come on board, if persons who do AI animation had to hear the stories and repurpose them into the visual, it wouldn't just live in the books, but it would now become alive and persons can connect with it visually and audially.
Yeah. I mean, it makes a really big difference when you can connect with the story past the time and place that it took place. So definitely very interesting stuff. Thank you all for coming in. Now the Mega Book Launch Showcase is happening at the Radisson Aquatica Resort November 24th, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So get out and get that Bajan Bites box along with the books. I won't try to call it any more bees. I get myself in some trouble.
Look, Buddy has a sample of his.
I promise you when I was here last
because it wasn't quite ready. Yeah.
So I brought a sample of the book for you. Yes. And
Buddy, Reverend Laria is one of my co-hosts here at Mornin Barbados. He's here every other week, and we love it. Right?
That's right.
Up top. Good stuff. All right, so the book is ready. Historic Oysters and Its Fishing Community, A Tribute to Fisher Folk by Reverend Buddy A. Laria. And I certainly will look forward to some beautiful pictures in here, and edited by Mr. Gibson here. But make sure you come on out and be a part of it. I look forward to reading this, and thank you so much. You have something else to tell me?
One plug for the book. On Sunday the 12th, at the Allen's Temple Flagstaff, yes, the program leading up to the 24th would be shared, because Allen's Temple AME Church is the one church that have been supporting the idea of keeping Hurricane Janet alive, yeah, in people's memory. But not only Hurricane Janet, but disasters, you know, remembering people who have passed away. So we're asking people to come out. It starts at 3:30 so that they can get first-hand information.
Yeah, for those people who don't remember the story or you didn't see the episode of Morning Barbados where Reverend Larry shared, his father was one of those lives lost at sea during Janet, and ironically, one of his sisters is called Beryl, which is, you know, who the stories.
In the book, in CODA 1359, there is a major component where I repurposed that story, and his father did not actually perish in that hurricane. He spoke to his daughter and told his daughter that he's returning. So his daughter now, she has returned to her brother, but it's all in an intergalactic world. I'm just saying.
All right, just some really interesting stuff. You know, so we definitely look forward to it, and you definitely should read the book because it really is an ode to the fishing community at Oistins as well. So congratulations on this, making it number 6.
Number 6, yes.
6th book. So congrats to you as well, Robert.
Yes, please.
And I certainly look forward to that book launch. Teresa, the story is interesting already.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm seeing all types of images in my head, which is absolutely good. So we still have a little ways before we get there. So we look forward to hearing more about it. And we wish you the very best as well.
All right,
Make sure you come on out and support local authors, authentic Barbadian stories through this mega book launch coming up in November. It's time for another break on Morning Barbados, but there's much more coming up as we head up to the 8 o'clock hour.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oistins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight
Thursday.
Gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying.
2020 kicked off on Sunday, September 8th and continued each Sunday through September 29th, covering stages from St. Philip to St. Lucie. The final leg was last Sunday, September 29th, from Premium Seafood Car Park in Lancaster, St. James, all the way to the Darrell Jordan Secondary School in St. Lucie. Here are a few highlights from that walk.
in about 2 hours, 15 minutes, about 14,000 steps.
I think I'll do it in about an hour and a half.
We are walking 12 kilometers this morning, and I think it should take us about 2 hours.
Hi there, we finally made it. I did it in 2 hours and 10 minutes. I shaved 5 minutes off my time I expected, and 16,000 steps. Way to go. It was great.
I said I was looking to do it in about an hour and a half, but I did it in a few minutes less than an hour and a half. 4 minutes less.
So we have made it in an hour and 55 minutes.
Why do I do this? I'm in the fitness and wellness industry. I own a brand. It's really about empowering people to get moving. Walk the Talk is a worthy cause, and it's important for us as active citizens to support good causes.
Yeah, I came to support the cause because this foundation does a lot of good stuff for the children, the food programs, helping out the communities, trying to make a difference, a positive difference. So any way that the support can be done, via running donations or whatever, go to Red Foundation Barbados on social media, support them. It's a good cause.
Because I love to walk, I love to exercise, I love the early morning fresh air. It's good camaraderie, good socialization, and to support the Red Foundation. Setson, Honorable Wiltshire, he has a good charity, and I support that 100%.
Because it's the right thing to do. We got to support each other, not only by walk and talk, but also by our finances as well. And it is great fellowship. That's what we need in these days.
Okay, we are at the end of the fourth leg of the fourth walk. We're excited about the prospects for the fifth walk, which is 2025. We want to thank all of you who came out to support, all the sponsors, everybody who supported this effort. Remember, you can still contribute. You can go to www.redfoundationbarbados.org and make your contribution. This is all about a cause, and the cause is we do this walk to help those in need. We raise funds and we accept dry goods to help people in need, and we do it specifically around the Christmas time. So we thank you for coming out, and we look forward to your continued support. Thank you very much.
Well, it's wonderful to see that the artists that we have supported through the years continue to support our communities. Now, over the last 2 weeks, we've had the young people who've been participating in the 48th installment of the Richard Stout Teen Talent Competition come in, some of them, and share with us. So we wanted to share the highlights of prelim number 2.
I go to the movies and I go downtown. People keep telling me go, hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh yes it will. crazy. Look up us, dear. And while riding, I think of us, dear. I say a little prayer for you. At work, I just take time. And all through my coffee break time, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together forever. That's how it must be to live without you. Will only mean heartbreak for me.
Time looking for a better place. Something on my mind, always in my headspace. But I know someday I'll make it out of it, even if it takes all night or 100 years. Need a place to hide, but I can't find one near. Wanna feel alive outside. I can't fight my fear. Isn't it lovely? All alone, heart made of glass, my mind of stone. Tear me to pieces, skin up bone. Hello, welcome home. For strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the view, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your thumb and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Anytime you need love, call on me. I'll be waiting. Anytime you need love, call on me. My heart is aching. Call on me. Anytime you want to. Call on me. Baby girl, I want you. We go together for way back when. She was 9, I was 10. She used to be my next door neighbor. She even went to school with my sister Michaela. Yay! Now we're 2 grown folks. Years gone by and we still keep close. Sorry to my future love, for the man that left my bed, for making love the way I say for you inside my head. And I'm sorry for the friends I lost who watched me fall again. Don't wanna be a role model, but I'm only human. And I don't know why I do it every time. It's only when I'm lonely. And sometimes I just wanna cave and I don't wanna fight. I try. You just hold me. I'm lonely. Started long ago, never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live and I believe. No matter what me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Goes down, haunted love. Raise your voice, but sticks and stones may break my bones. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet, take your aim. Fire away, you shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium.
What a wonderful presentation. Those were the young people who participated in preliminary number 2. Fantastic job to all of you. I look forward to seeing all of the performances, and we look forward to sharing the finals. We definitely want to see those ones who've made it to the finals as well. Congratulations. Now, last weekend, members of the Florence Springer Memorial School and alum launched the 60th anniversary celebrations, and there were quite a few activities happening. Based on the results of what I've been told, lots of Springer students of old came back to Barbados for all of the celebrations as well. So happy anniversary to all of you. But we want to share with you now at one of those anniversary celebrations an occasion where the Springer Memorial School Steel Pan Orchestra played a song by Calypsonian Gorg. Here it is. Oh yeah, truly beautiful to see. Congratulations to the Queens on the Hill on your 60th anniversary celebration. Now, today is open day at the Springer Memorial School. That's where members of the public, members of the community get to go in and see a little bit about the history of the school and find out all about what they've been doing through the years. I understand that they've been displaying some of the uniforms through the years as well, so that should be pretty interesting for us to see. Now, speaking of young people, we had a young man on the show who joined us a few weeks ago to talk about his drive to head off to the CAC Games to compete in an area that is near and dear to his heart. His name is Sanaj Lewis, and he competes in the area of bodybuilding. Now, he's embarking on a journey to head off to the CAC Games in Guyana from October 17th to 20th, 2024. And as a dedicated athlete, Sanaj has overcome numerous challenges to reach this level of excellence, but now he wants to secure some necessary funds to ensure his success on the international stage. So he still has a GoFundMe page up, and we're encouraging you to offer any support you can to help Sanaj realize his dreams of representing Barbados at the CAC Games. We put the link for the GoFundMe page there. But if you go to GoFundMe and you search Sanaj Lewis Represent Barbados, you'll be able to find that link where you can easily contribute. So we want to encourage you to do that. Also, the Embassy of Japan in Barbados is pleased to announce that it's now accepting applications for the 2025 Japan Exchange and Teaching, or JET program, aiming primarily to enhance internationalization in Japan by promoting mutual understanding between the people of Japan and other countries. The program invites assistant language teachers, or ALTs, to be involved in English language education at local boards of education and elementary and primary or high school levels in Japan. In addition to being a responsible individual who is proficient in English language, prospective ALTs must be Barbadian nationals in possession of a bachelor degree or higher. Completed applications must be hand-delivered to the Embassy of Japan by December 3rd, 2024. The application form and guidelines are available on the Embassy's website. Now, I must tell you, I know of someone or a few people who've gone through the process, and there are a lot of steps. It is not necessarily difficult, but there are many steps. So even though the deadline is December 3rd, you definitely want to start early because you'll have a few things to do. The Barbados Fire Service celebrates 69 years of excellence through service. The theme for this year is acknowledging the past, acclaiming the present, adapting to the future. Here are some of the activities. Today, there's open day at the Arch Hall Fire Station in St. Thomas from 10 to 2. I'll be there. Then tomorrow, Friday 4th, the Chief Fire Officer Parade and Award Ceremony, also at Arch Hall from 4 p.m. Tomorrow at the Arch Hall Station. Then on Saturday, 5th of October, a family fun day at Meadow Road, Wildy St. Michael from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Of course, today is Q Day in Barbados. There is Q in the community, so we're encouraging you to come on and be a part of our Q family. Today, we are at Phantom Sports Bar and Kitchen, Bush Hall, St. Michael. That's Phantom Sports Bar and Kitchen, Bush Hall, St. Michael. So follow us to Q in the community today, Thursday. And we're going to get started around 11 a.m. on air and go straight through until 5 o'clock. You can also check out the stream on the Q 100.7 FM page. There will be no Q bus today. However, if you're attending Q, you can utilize the City Circle bus, and that will take you over to Phantom's Bar for Q in the community. Well, that's it for today's show. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to tell you, update you on the progress of the Prime Minister's Cup. Soccer has been in the air, football has been in the air, and there's lots happening with that. Plus, we have a personality interview with a comedian by the name of Cough Syrup with a K. That should be interesting. The Barbados Accreditation Council's 20th anniversary panel discussion is coming up, and we'll tell you more about that as well. So have a fantastic day today, Thursday, and we'll see you, God willing, tomorrow for a Friday edition where we make it a fresh Friday on Morning Barbados. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning.